A metal bar was stuck in the door to keep it open.
If I calculated this station's procedures and automatic systems correctly, then there are various, specific, manual steps executed by humans necessary to achieve this outcome. Usually, the security system would open this door. There must have been an emergency lockdown while someone was holding this bar in place, analogous to the locked door by the drilling room.
Oh, compared to the control room, this place is full of random assortments of outdated technology. Apart from this robot arm, nothing really belongs here, I think.
In self-sustaining facilities, it is not unusual to adjust the equipment according to the given conditions, as long as the people in charge know what they are doing, or they have a core.
I can imagine. A workbench full of trash and signs of wear and tear. That's what every DIY enthusiast dreams of. The only thing left inside here are a cable, a kind of nozzle, and a lot of screws. A robot arm that seems to be able to move around along these rails. But what does it do?
There are boxes stored in the ceiling. This robot arm is the only way of reaching these and getting them down.
These barrels have been here for ages. I can't read what's inside them, they're too rusty.
It should not be anything dangerous, otherwise these plants would not be growing here so abundantly. That is logical. I hope.
That might be useful. I can't move it. It's held on by some screws. A bit rusty, but it's working. Yes, that looks like a manual mechanism.
This does not conform to regular standards. There is a cog missing.
The mechanism to open the door. I'm going to have to turn the cogs manually. But I'll need a tool for that. The main cog has an attachment with 3 spokes. Yes, that works! Oh, lots of cogs. This has to be the robot's mechanism. Lots of cogs in varying sizes and shapes. None of these cogs are the right size. Core, please analyze the rest of the mechanism and tell me if you can find a cog that's similar to this one.
Yes, the mechanism was altered in one place and a cog of the same type was used.
Great, save the information. We have to be able to move it over here somehow.
Well, it's part of the robot mechanism.
The robot can be moved using these wheels, but only down here, even though it should be able to stretch upwards.
That is probably only for maintenance purposes and to be able to get it out of the way if it cannot move on its own anymore.
Core, please show me the cogs and highlight the ones we're looking for in green. There has to be some way of getting the ones we need to the maintenance hatch. Yes, I did it! The cog is sitting in the maintenance area and I can reach it. That's the cog I need. But I can't get it out with my bare hands. Yes! Got it. That fits! All the gears are in. To use the mechanism, all I have to do is crank the lower cog with some kind of tool. The crank handle won't fit. Maybe I can expand it or adjust it. Excellent! Everything fits together and the attachment fits onto the cog. Now I can turn it and operate the mechanism. I have the tools and the mechanism is repaired. Let's give it a try. Yes! Oh, it's working! Just a little more. That's it! I guess I'll need that robot in the storage room, so I'll take the cog with me again. Wow. This facility is huge. Is this the garbage incineration?
Correct. Garbage, rubble, and any flammable materials are burned here. The resulting heat is used to generate power.
Burning stuff for electricity? That's a bit antediluvian.
At that time, this crude technology ensured independence from energy cells that were not known to work on this planet. A certain amount of energy is always stored to ensure the facility can power up.
So we just push a button, the power turns on, and we can use the communications console?
Not correct. Firstly, we need to activate the remaining energy via the console. Then we can use the machine and transport materials to the furnace to activate it. Once the facility has reached its full capacity, all systems will be active and we can continue.
Oh boy. That's a lot of buttons and levers.
There should be a round green button labeled "Push to close." Here it is. Push it. Very good. The remaining energy is powering the console. I have also gained access to the console. Scanning manual.
You're a fast reader, right?
Yes, done. By pressing here, you will enable the use of the remaining energy for the machines in this room. To power up the facility, you must activate the mechanism that loads the material from the silo into the cart. That would be this lever over here.
Beauty.
Now push the cart forwards. Use this.
Nothing happened. And it didn't sound too good either.
Next is the crane. You can open and move it at this desk here.
Nothing. It's all rusted through, too dirty or just broken. I can't move it while it's in that state.
We need the cart and the crane to activate the garbage disposal. Otherwise, we will not be able to use the station's communications console to call for help. The cart has become immobile due to mineral deposits and rust. We must find a way to move it again.
There's some interesting stuff here. Maybe I can use some of it. It's not holding anything in place, so I can take it with me. It won't move. But it's open just a crack. Looks like someone tried to keep it open with a metal plate. But it didn't work like it did with the other door there. Well, at least it fits. With just a bit of force. Yes! My fingers can fit through now. Open sesame! The research lab. I bet Tony would have felt right at home here. The glass flask. What would chemistry be without it? Oh, a laser generator that normally belongs to a cutting device. Pretty dangerous to just leave lying around here. There are also some notes and a drawing. The laser cutter we used in our last mission could not be salvaged. Only the generator itself as well as the power cell are still functional. You're right. You need some form of defense. I wish I could give you more, but I don't have time. Here are some instructions on how I would do it. Be extremely careful. Defense against what?
I'll put these notes aside. They're on some sort of scale. I might need that. And I'll take the rest with me. A precision scale discreetly integrated into the table.
This one is full of plants and fruit. Oh, a source of food. How did they survive this long?
This appears to be a clever, self-sustaining ecosystem. There is probably an outside connection here somewhere.
Is there any way we can get to those plants? Maybe we can break one of the windows.
If the incubator has power and the system is undamaged, you can retrieve the fruits again and again while maintaining the balance. If you break the glass, you will be able to harvest the fruit, but the plants will not survive for much longer afterwards.
Small laboratory cabinet. It's locked.
Lots of bottles with chemical inscriptions. They're all empty. They obviously never finished the work on this cable shaft. There's a hollow, sturdy metal cylinder here full of holes. Some kind of cable duct, I suppose. I can probably detach it with these.
Maybe I can get it out like this.
The acid isn't affecting it, just the rock around it. I wonder if it might work now. Yes! The rock is crumbling and the crystal is coming out slowly. There it is. 3 cheers for chemistry.
I found this with the laser generator. Some sort of sketch or manual on how to turn this generator into a laser cutter with the right equipment.
Yeah, that might fit. A little bit here, more like this. Looks pretty good.
There is a saying for this, Tessa. All things considered. Be careful with that construction.
I told you. Physics don't lie. Works better than expected. The stuff is coming off the shovel nicely. Oh no, it's vibrating a lot. Hold on tight. Done. What's the... Turn off! Oh,
Over here.
damn! Ooh, that was close. If Mark had seen that, he'd be lecturing me right now.
I would gladly switch into lecture mode.
Stop yabbing. It worked. That's what matters. I should be able to move it with the console now.
Physics don't lie. You are correct.
These plants are dying, but they're not quite dead yet.
On planets like this one, they often use plants that can survive even in the harshest of conditions. Their fruits are cultivated in such a way that they can produce new crops even after a long time has passed.
I see. Yes, these yellow fruits are still fresh. I'll take one with me. It might come in handy.
Cut? This fruit is so soft, it's more like mashing it. Oh, I pierced a hole in it and now there's an oily liquid coming out of it.
What are you doing?
I'm oiling the tracks so the cart can move more easily? Or, well, I hope so anyway.
The lubricant seeps between the components, thus lowering the friction coefficients, decreasing the necessary force. I am impressed.
If 8th grade physics is enough to impress you, then I've got a lot more to offer. Now all we need is the cart itself. That doesn't sound good at all. Something seems to be blocking the mechanism. Or maybe it's just rusted through. This probably would have been our enemy if we had found a way around the station. Finding a way to go outside will not help us transmitting that distress signal.